Also, I have hot dogs at my house because nobody apparently actually likes them. And I bought them because it was like, it's cheap. I don't have to buy food out. But Connor outwardly refused to eat them, and then we had to get Jersey Mike's because of it, which was fun. I brought Jersey Mike's to work the next day, though, so everything's okay. So,
Well, no, it is okay. The fact that we're finishing this game today with our own two hands.
Don't worry about the part where it says video walkthrough. That's nothing.
I forget the guy's name that made this, but should I...
Yeah, credit him. It's
Psychomog.
This is not the guy I used.
I found this one because it was 4 hours, which was like on the shorter end. There was one that was like a few minutes shorter, but it was
only
like
4 hours because he spends the next 2 hours realizing he can't get through that door.
The other one that was like a little shorter, but was lower quality and a little older than this. So we're riding out with Psychomog. So thank you for your guidance and helping us beat this game today.
Thank you, Psycho Senpai.
And I got it right to the part where we got stumped too. We got the blood sword, and then he came in here. I'm just gonna do an audio check now that we have this up.
Turn it down. It's so.
So there we go.
Odd.
That's it.
It's so odd
sailing.
not having the audio thing. Why does it do that?
What?
It doesn't say the audio levels anymore when I change your soundbar.
Oh, the volume? Because it's hooking straight up to the soundbar, while before it would go through the TV and pass the info along to the soundbar.
Why?
So I had to program it straight to the soundbar because HDMI is the only cable that can carry information besides just audio. It sucks that I have to turn it on and off with this every time now, and you can't see a numeric value for your volume.
That is useful information because I didn't know that.
That's why like devices will turn on and off with the TV.
Also, this game is the first in the mana, and the mana has a bunch of games, but
besides just audio. Yeah, you can hear the game. We're good. And Richard said, "Here we go, Final Fantasy Adventure, blind with no help whatsoever."
see, at least this scratches my itch of
You want to like show it all?
yeah, like what happened with Jack X. I really, really tried, and then I didn't beat Jack X, but I lost a bunch of.
Oh, Ice turned them into snowmen?
I lost a bunch of footage for Jack X. It was the same time I was.
So it only works on normal enemies, it seems. You can't just use it on bots. You just aim it around.
But I lost a bunch of footage for Jack X. I didn't beat the game because it was really hard, but I was like determined to do it. But after I lost the footage, I was like, I don't care. I'm not redoing all that. There was that sewer stage. Took me 3.5 hours to do one stage, and then things were a little easier after that. But then right after that happened, remember what other footage I lost? My 4.5 hour sitting of Yozora.
Oh, yeah.
And I was so upset. At the very least, since I made them all separate videos, I kept my Xehanort footage. I kept my Shion footage. That's where we got... But! That was good, but... But Yozora, fucking... That sucked. I was so upset. Even though I won because of... Not because of skill, but because of a Kupo coin glitch.
Yeah.
Which apparently happens very often, by the way. I watched Murder of Birds stream of it, and he hit it, but for some reason, he got knocked out of it right after. So, like, he did the thing to steal the Kupo coin, he died, he was in that death state, but then he got hit with the same attack again, and it killed him. I guess I just got lucky and I didn't get hit with it again. This game looks like it was made by children. This is kind of what I made in college. Like, this is like the level of the game I made in college. I wish I fucking still had that laptop, dude. It's upsetting. That laptop was horrible, but it had so much on it.
Is that the one someone stole out of the car?
Yeah. Connor had picked me up from your house, or was
No,
it?
you were at Six Flags and you decided to leave the car unlocked.
Well, it didn't even matter because the fucking car was broken. He had a latch on the door. They could have easily gotten in no matter what. I didn't know we were going to Six Flags, and so I was like, fuck. Also, I feel like Connor doesn't understand that you don't really like Six Flags at all. Because
He's like, he doesn't want to go!
Well,
What's wrong? Can we have an intervention?
Well, so I told him, I was like, you know what? If we spent like a weekend trip, I would love to go to Jersey and go to Six Flags.
It's because he was like, I'm like, I'm not gonna go to New Jersey to go to Six Flags when we have Six Flags much closer. And he's like, why not? It's different. And I'm like, is it really?
So that park I was actually really enjoying. Like the little bit we were there was a pitch black roller coaster.
Mm-hmm.
Like they had a bunch of cool stuff that I wanted to do, but we got rained out and they shut down the park. And ever since then, I feel like it's my regret thing, just not going the day we were supposed to go and going on the day it got rained out. Because now I'm just like, I would take a weekend off. I would get a hotel room or something, drive down there literally just to go to Six Flags and try to experience that park again. And maybe find some other spots there in Jersey as well, because this town is fucking boring. This town is so fucking boring. There's nothing happening here. Even our Six Flags is boring. Like, it looks boring. It's a bunch of cluttered mess, and sometimes Bugs Bunny will make you feel like... Never mind, that's a fucked up joke.
Bugs Bunny makes you feel like Elmer Fudd, but in Big
Yeah.
Chungus form, because that's what they just feed you constantly.
It's Bugs Bunny makes you feel like you want to put a bullet in your face like Daffy. Okay, I gotta be reacquainted. Who, like...
So he named him Sumo, which is his default name, and her name is Fuji. I don't know what her default actually was, but like...
It's
got
Fuji.
nothing on Bog and
Dot.
Dot. Yeah.
Bog Dot.
Bog and Dots.
Bog and Dots.
My favorite ketchup.
Is Haagen-Dazs a
No,
favorite?
remember that time when I thought it was ketchup?
What is Haagen-Dazs?
Ice cream.
It's ice cream.
I was getting it mixed up with Heinz.
I think we had to look it up.
Yeah.
Because I was like,
Was that during our during our podcast?
Was it?
There's that, and then throwing the soda into the plant. It just stayed there.
Throwing the soda into the plant.
I was like, all right, I'm going for the trash. Just into the plant. Reverse the waterfalls. Can the Game Boy even handle this?
Yeah. Will the game handle reverse waterfall?
Or that?
Nope, the characters are still. They should have watched Sakurai's video on Screen Shake.
Mm.
They would have realized that that's not the way to do it.
Ha. Got him.
Come on, I would have died seeing this in game. Oh, so I had the very first Omori whoopsie moment. So I was grinding in the game for levels, found out that I was wasting my efforts because the game caps at 50, and I loaded a save file, and it brought me to before the last time we streamed. And I was like, what the fuck? And I went back and I checked the save file, and the save file glitched. So it said we were in a completely different area with a completely different time. And I was like, oh fuck. That means an entire stream of progress is lost. But out of curiosity, we saved twice on 2 different slots, so I went down and I did the other slot, and the other slot was in the right spot. I've never seen a save fuck up before.
Yeah.
Where it's like, tells you, this is the information stored here, and it's absolutely wrong. So maybe we should start making multiple saves when we play. I didn't bring it! Fucking, what is wrong?
We're gonna have time for it, though?
I don't know. We're not even streaming for 4 hours collectively today, so...
Well, the Street Fighter thing, who knows how long that will be.
Well, we're just fucking around.
I don't have 2 PS4 controllers for it, though.
We can
use
hook
a
up a
PS3?
Yeah, we can hook up a PS3 controller. As long as you have a cord.
Yeah.
That way I can get my ass kicked with it in fear. I think PS3 generation. I was thinking about this earlier. What is the worst console in terms of lineup of games and hardware? And I was getting stuck between the PS3 and the Xbox One. Xbox One has no... Did you see that Phil Spencer shit?
No.
Oh my god. Redfall came out. Redfall sucked. And he had an interview about a bunch of things with Microsoft. And he was brutally honest about his own company. And it was just like... Hold on, it's in text form. I want to read you some shit. It's just, I was reading through it, and I was like, is he allowed to say this as the the president? Was he the president of Microsoft? Not Microsoft, but Xbox?
Yeah.
He's the president of Xbox, and he's literally talking about... He says in the interview how he doesn't feel like he's a competitor with Sony and Nintendo because of all the problems they've been having. the president of Xbox. Like, I feel like as the president of any company, you shouldn't be like, yeah, we're worse than the other two. I wish. Oh god, I thought they would have a text version of the interview. Oh, god damn it. But he pretty much talks about a lot of the internal problems with Xbox Game Studios. He talks about the fact that the Xbox One essentially failed because they couldn't lock down exclusives, and that the exclusives they've had haven't lived up to anyone's expectations and stuff like that. Because what does Xbox have?
Forza,
even then,
Halo
Infinite is just now getting into a state where people are like, it's good. That's like, the game's been out for like 2 years. Like, they have absolutely nothing other than their Game Pass. Which there's something to be said about their Game Pass, because that is like an entire limit of free games plus Hollow Knight Day One's on there, so you know that's the date. But that's it. That's all they have. They don't have exclusives. And now, which is why it pisses me off, because people are like, oh, there shouldn't be exclusives anymore. It should be everything be on everything. And I'm just like, yeah, because it only benefits Microsoft to not have exclusives anymore. That way we can finally get the Zelda on Xbox that Ethan so vehemently talks about. Every day I see him, he's like, you finished it? He wears a red tunic in that one.
When I start it, I'll let you know. And when it comes out, I'll start it.
When it comes out, I'll let me know. What about that Mario game? Mario game that was on Sony? What was it called?
Buzz?
Croc. Fuck.
The Thankful game.
What?
Where they thanked them for stealing the idea.
Oh, the Thankful game. I thought you were just like, remember when you said that you save each individual Gobo and they sit down there like, wow. I didn't think I would make it. Thank you so much, Croc. No, you hear me saying thank you. They walk up, they take Croc by the hand. Thank you so much.
And then you gotta replay the level and do something.
Every single... You can't skip the cutscenes. There's one guy that's just like, I was sunbathing and you just... okay. Alright. Fine. I'll go with you. He starts doing the spin around Croc when you were listening. I'm making nice his wounded leg. He's fine now. What the hell is happening?
I guess the Chocobo got injured and now he's a cyborg.
He's a robot. Remember this game was called Mystic Quest?
I think this one that I found is also... Or not. The other one was called Mystic Quest as well.
Because you keep consistently making the wrong choices. Everywhere you go. Every single Power Ranger.
Every single Power Ranger told me that you made the wrong choice.
They all got together. They all had a conversation with me and thanked me for letting them know that you made the wrong choice.
It would have been nice to be able to go on water with a Chocobo.
Alucard? Why is Alucard sleeping in the bed? Does that not look like Alucard from fucking Castlevania? Is this really how slow the text moved?
Mm-hmm.
Power of Mana. So it was already a Mana game.
Mm-hmm.
But it's always been Final Fantasy. So does it take place in a Final Fantasy world?
No. Not even the Final Fantasy games take place in a Final Fantasy world.
What?
Like, they're all separate universes, so they're not really a series.
I thought 1 and 2 were connected.
No.
What?
No.
Then how the fuck does the Emperor from 2 show up in Strangers of Paradise?
Because retroactively they link the games.
I always thought that 1 and 2 were connected. Like,
Nope.
Like with the beginning of the game, it like remembers your save data on your NES. They all shake hands with the previous protagonist. They all walk away, and that's the new team.
They thanked him for giving him the power to make a second game.
There's now a second Final Fantasy. This is the second last shot we have. Could you imagine they only ever made a sequel to Final Fantasy whenever the company's going under? It's like, here's the second one, 20 years later.
That's how they scam people like that. They're all losing faith in Square and they just hit them with the next Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy. I like Final Fantasy. No, I don't. Doesn't matter which one I was about to say. The answer is no. So here's my question. And you better give me a fucking answer. Don't hit me with this fake, like, non-answer bullshit.
Big nom shit.
The big nom shit, okay? Nom nom nommies. I'm eating tuna in my tummies.
Have you heard the theory that 7 and 10 are connected? I have.
How would 7 and 10 be connected?
I don't know.
There's no.
I thought it was like 7 and 10 or 10 in tactics. Like
is
tactics
there a moment
is grouped in there somewhere?
Is there a moment in 10 where he picks it up? He's like, "This is materia from the old days." Like, the world got flooded with water materia. It all shattered at once, flooded the world, and then my dad fucked someone else, and people started calling him Sin because why? Like. My dad ate a whole bowl of Mysterios.
Oh, the overworld theme changed right after we got Softlock? It's the same area, but a new theme.
Oh, I meant to say Materios. He ate a whole bowl of Materios and turned into Sin. This is what happens when you digest Bahamut Zero.
Cricket tune?
I think if there's no point into trying to
in Detroit,
like,
yeah.
Is that just a Pokemon from?
Yeah, it looks like Cricket tune.
Okay, I think if there's no point in like story reason the game should be connected, whether it's world or story or whatever, then I don't think I think wasting time with theorizing is stupid.
You hear that, Richard? You're a waste.
Well, for my own personal time, let me say. Because, like...
Your new king made me have to stay an hour late at work today.
Think about it this way. The Zelda timeline.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, right? Like, they're full of shit. They did not plan any of that out beforehand. But now they're trying to retroactively say everything takes place in the same world.
Yeah. The Zelda timeline's a bunch of bull fuck.
And I'm not even talking about Map Hat, where it's like the fucking shit where it's
I'm not even
like...
talking about map hats.
Matthew Patrick's wrong stems. Fucking where it's like, oh, there can't be a third timeline because I've experienced it in real life, and no, I'm just saying it's stupid. They weren't meant to be connected, unless they're written that way. Like Skyward Sword was meant to be the origin of the Master Sword.
Wind Waker is very tied in with Ocarina of Time. It's a sequel, like hundreds of years later thing.
But to be like, Wind Waker takes place on a timeline not adjacent to the Final Fantasy 1 game, which is in itself in its own timeline that's followed by 2, and then for some reason, I don't remember what comes after 2. It goes, their timeline, it goes Skyward, Minish Cap, something, and then Ocarina, and then Ocarina splits off, and then everything somehow converges to Breath of the Wild.
You know, Breath of the Wild, like, they didn't care anymore because they say it takes place so far later in the timeline that every game before it is just considered a legend. So, like, they don't even care.
Richard said, 10 is a prequel to 7. A guy called Shinra said they could use the power of the dead, but would take hundreds of years to do it.
Well, there's a guy named Shinra in 10.
I guess so. I've never finished 10, if I'm being honest.
I haven't even played it, and it's been on the shelf for 6 years.
Every time I look at it, I'm like, hey, what can I do for you?
Every time I look at it, I'm like, we're playing this year. No, wait, no, we're not. It was fun while it lasted.
It was fun while it lasted. It was fun with the pastor.
Too bad this doesn't count as an RPG, and Tome did.
This is stupid. The running on water thing. It looks silly, though. But again, that could just be boiled down to a reference.
Yeah.
That like I wouldn't say that's concrete proof that.
Because in Breath of the Wild,
well, he did say theory, so it's not like I'm saying that. Richard came in and he said they're connected. If you prove me wrong, I will put a knife to the king.
But like in Breath of the Wild, a bunch of the areas are named after characters and locations from other Zelda games. So it has to like come last, and they're just like references, and that's it.
Yeah, well,
nothing's like directly tied into the lore of the game.
They say it happens so far later that it's all the timelines converge on that one point.
Yeah.
Which, that's not how timelines work.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, Link's gonna come out. This is the timeline where Link speaks.
Like, wait, Gohan is dead again.
Gohan's dead again, and it's Berenstain. God damn it, this timeline's horrible.
I'm having a heart attack. Vegeta's like, good.
Goku looks at Chi-Chi, I'm having a heart on. Help me make Goten.
So I can pass on the heart disease to him.
Dad.
No, I just have a disease that gives me a higher pitched voice as an adult. Like the fact that Sean Schemmel has a higher pitched voice than a girl who voiced him as a kid. Like, what is happening?
He got
with
hit,
Goku.
Dude, he got hit in the nuts so many times by Android 13.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like after that his voice forever went up.
Yeah. That actually comes first in the timeline of Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, it's weird because that dick kick hits him so hard that he de-ages, knocks his head into a mountain, and then meets Grandpa Gohan. And then forgets about Vegeta. Vegeta sees him again as an adult, and he's just like, "Who's this? He has a perfectly functional cock, so it can't be Kakarot." He had a kid after what he did to him? Damn. You think his cock hair goes Super Saiyan? Yes. I can't wait for YouTube to demonetize us because I said the word cock 21 minutes into the video.
You should have waited the 22 we asked for.
So you know about that, right? How they changed it to
Yeah.
if you say anything inappropriate within the first minute of your video. Yeah.
Says, you know what's BS, and at the end of the video, that's bullshit.
Oh my god, it's so silly. Did he lose his hair?
Yeah, I saw his newest like Earthworm Jim review. It's like he didn't even bother with the wig this time.
Does he wear a wig?
I think so. Like it was clear like his hair's receding and then out of nowhere it's all back and then now it's gone again and it's even worse.
Damn.
I'm just glad I got the fat guys out of videos, but
oh my god,
they're mean people. They don't know how to write and they're actually mean people.
They're mean people?
Yeah, at conventions they're like, James doesn't have time to talk to you. And James like, no, I can talk to this guy, it's fine.
They got no fat guys telling me what to do. Yeah, what else can James do?
They still write, I think. They still work for, like...
Except the one that...
They own James.
Except the fucking person that, like, plagiarized and got in trouble.
Yeah, there's that. But they're just not in videos anymore. Because, like, I watch it for James, and even we warmed up to Mike and all his friends, and then they all left. And then it's just, why would I...
Is there a reason Mike left? Was it because of the Screenwave shit?
Probably.
I mean, that's theory crafting. It could be whatever reason.
James is very private about his life, so we'll never really know.
I really want to know what happened with the Game Grumps, dude. After I found out last year that John actually had to sign an NDA saying he can't say why he left. That seems sketch as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
You know who revealed that info?
Yeah.
Aaron's father. Of all fucking people. Chris Hansen.
Chris Hansen.
His dad's got a fun name. I can't remember what his dad's name is. I'm gonna look up his dad. See how handsome he is. Aaron Hansen's father's name. Lloyd. His name is Lloyd. His dad is Epic Lloyd.
He was epic for revealing an NDA.
Hey, you know, Aaron Hansen, guy from Game Grumps, my own son, flesh and blood. James Rolfe, hairlines both receded. He could be my spawn too.
You know, probably would have been best if like John didn't leave, but like Danny still came in and like Ross and everybody else, and like there's just so many people that it doesn't get stale.
Yeah.
Like John left because he wanted to focus on his own stuff, but like he went from doing it every day to just being completely gone, and it would have probably just been better if like they just had more main hosts.
In one of the newer Game Grumps episodes they did, Aaron and Danny were talking, and he goes, he was like, what's your key to internet success? And Aaron goes, find a guy that's way more talented and way more funny than me, and then write off his success the entire time. And Aaron's like, Danny's like, oh god, stop it. I was like, god damn. Calm it down, brother.
You didn't think he reached success until Game Grumps?
He wasn't really successful.
He I knew him. I found out Game Grumps because of Aaron.
Correct, but the level of success...
In terms of, in Newgrounds' success, like, he was one of the biggest.
Correct, but that's so small.
Yeah, it's such a niche community.
It's a niche community, and YouTube is such a bigger in terms of people, numbers, and money. But also after...
Now it really gets all the Zelda music when we're done.
But think about what else he's done since they made 3 Starbomb albums. A 4th one's coming out now. He's now into music because the 2 guys that made music said, "Hey, you could be a part of our music." You got the shows he's been a part of because of the connections he's made to doing the show. Like, he got way more famous after than before, and yet nobody's fucking killed him. It's so annoying that nobody's slaughtered him yet. Like, he said it. If I ever make a Let's Play, fucking kill me. And no one has slaughtered him. You can't be charged with manslaughter if they ask you to do it. I don't know if that's true. What are the logistics of please kill me? Okay.
Wouldn't that be murder-suicide?
I don't know if you can be tried because I tried and it didn't happen.
Like, if someone was like, "Can I have the chair?" I'd be like, "There it is."
There it is. Take it. Assisted stealing from yourself.
And they'd be like, "Wow, that's a really ripped up chair."
That's a ripped chair.
Yeah, to carry a fat guy like you.
Wow. You're so funny.
That's one for the best of.
Oh, my muscles taste good. Let me tell you, I'm in pain. It hurt.
I'm in paint.
I went on Wednesday to the gym. Ow.
Tornado guys?
And every time Anthony looks at me, he goes, "It hurts so good, right?" I'm like, but we're standing next to these 2 fucking, probably like either teenage girls or like 18-year-old girls or something like that. And we're on a machine right next to him. And it was our last thing we were doing before we leave. I'm in pain. I'm like barely making it through. He's like, "You gotta do one more set. You gotta do one more set, bro." I'm like, "All right." I put my hands up to like start lifting. I'm like, "Give me some motivation, man. Just anything that'll get me through this." He went, "Titty." So
I thought you were gonna say like you were like really out of energy and you just farted super loud in front of everybody.
I'm not Connor.
He does it on purpose.
That shit. It's the one time in my life I've been embarrassed in my life. How is he moving so weird?
Ice. It's weird physics. It's not like Pokemon. It's better than Pokemon, but it gets soft locks.
Did you know about that stuff in Pokemon Diamond and Pearl remake with the ice?
No.
So because now you can walk diagonally, you can actually cheap the ice gym that's in it and just walk diagonally through the slippery parts and just make it up.
They didn't care.
It wasn't... Do you know about the controversy with that game?
It's not good.
I would argue it's very safe. But that's not the controversy. The controversy is that people found out that both games run each cartridge.
Yeah.
And it's just an option switch yes or no for which game they get when they buy the game. Do you think that's actually an issue, or... I think it's the same no matter what. Like, I would, if you told me every Pokemon game did it, I would be like, I believe you, and I still bought both. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But people think it's a really big fuck
Fire
up.
Emblem Fates does it, where like on the 3DS screen, it just says Fire Emblem Fates. It's just each cartridge is locked out of the other path.
Don't you have to like buy it?
You can buy it as DLC, and then you'll have both, and then it's essentially the same game now. So like the whole thing is on one cartridge.
You guys have yet to sell me on anything Fire Emblem.
I've shown you women like every other week.
Women can't, bro. Women can't.
Sex sells.
I was about to say women don't do anything for me.
I mean, literally no.
This guy's selling all of his shit.
Because he gets so many items, and then he doesn't. But he still thought to buy keys because he's better than us.
Listen, the guy's playing. It might be a little bit of a douchebag. I talked to him last week. He said to check my privilege, and I haven't forgotten it since. I mean, I did
He's
check
leveling
it.
up. We leveled up so much. And he's like as leveled as we are, but he's ahead of us.
Start quoting Ruby. We leveled up so much. I really want to start doing that. Taking Ruby's depressed lines from Volume 9 and start like using them for everyday life. Like the lady where we're walking. So what? You want me to just not stop trying? Give up? Just because she was like, you can't get to the park. You bitch! You bitch! What the? Did you see that?
They grabbed on.
I can't wait for Tyrion to be voiced by someone else now.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
How about that?
Because Josh Grill has standards.
I can't believe like Josh Grell voiced him when he's the boring Funimation guy that I called voicing Byakuya, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're like...
Yeah, he's typecast as boring main character, and then he can play Tyrion.
Well, Ruby's very good at letting people play roles that they normally
Actually want to play.
Yeah. Like, Brendan Blaber didn't just do another kooky voice. He did, like, a deep, gruff, he was the raccoon. So he was like, you can fill this up by having, or you can have this item by having enough hope to fill this jar. It's like, he's doing different voice. It's not like the typical one he always does for, like, Epithet Erase. Where it's just a big, goofy voice. What's his face? The guy that plays the cat.
Yeah. Robbie Damon.
Is that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone
Hunter. New Hunter.
Wait, is that true?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, no, hold on. Hold the phone. Hold on. Would Ruby be on Behind the Voice Actor?
No.
Why? It's a
It's a net show.
It's a real show that's being published by Crunchyroll.
I don't know, it's always been like considered an internet show. Any games in like the Justice League thing, I think, are considered more official.
Oh, he plays Jugram. So yeah, you're right. He really does play the boring guy. Wait, this is the same guy. Never mind. He doesn't play anyone. This
Plays
whole
Tuxedo Mask.
This whole list of no characters. There's so much nothing. By the way, thank you. If I was interested in the show 86, this is the scene where he dies, but they're using as his thumbnail. just letting you know. Hey, he's the English voice of Boy the Wall from Kuroko no Basketball. Or, as my dad calls it, no. This guy is...
As my dad calls it, Tristan, what?
As my dad calls it, Brick.
I still can't get over the Gino joke he made. Like he doesn't toy around.
Wait, what happened?
The pizza was from Gino's. I'm like, I think we're gonna ride out with Gino's from now on. And you're like, he doesn't toy around.
Was that on stream or not?
No.
It wasn't?
No, and now it is.
People think Robbie Damon's gonna take over for Tyrion. And I'm like, please don't. Just get someone else. He has his character.
Because
in
he's
the
all
show.
curious, like the cat.
Yeah.
They're kind of similar in personality.
I kind of liked the idea of curiosity killed the cat.
Yeah.
Like, that's funny. And I also like the idea of the cat couldn't get healed, so it went down a path of self-destruction, which is literally Ruby's journey. But what the fuck? It can transform into giant monsters, and it feels threatened. Why? It's the strongest thing in the world, in their world. Who the hell even wants my time of day right now? Fucking mom. What time today? I'll let you know when I feel like talking to you.
I'm kind of thinking like Ruby should be done after like a couple more volumes.
Well, all they
The
have
characters
is...
just went through like a redemption arc. Like I feel like that was the main purpose for this whole thing. It's a number I don't recognize, but I'm gonna answer it.
That's risky.
Really, you think so?
I never answer if I don't have the number. If it's important, they leave me a message.
Sure. Yeah, it's a
Not because it's
number
risky,
two.
but because I don't want to waste my fucking time.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, they went through like the whole purpose I think of this new Volume 9 was to like for character development and like I feel like they've done the rest of their growth, like they found themselves. So what more is there for them? Rather than like let's finish this.
I kind of hope the volume
He
itself.
defeated Carrie. That's all they gotta do left.
Yeah. I kind of wish
Weiss's sword.
the volume was more based on, first of all, the lore of the world itself instead of giving you one lore dump at the
Yeah.
very end. And instead of being like emotional growth, it shows the flaws of the characters but gives them a path to move towards. You know what I mean? Like, instead of Yang, Weiss, and Blake being like, "We're perfect, nothing's wrong. I'm happy and I'm a lesbian," but like, and Ruby being the only one struggling, it should have been they all struggle, but Ruby's the most struggling, and that way you have a path for them to move towards in the next few volumes. Because now, what's gonna happen? What are you supposed to do with these characters that have completed their emotional arcs?
Yeah.
I still hope, and I swear to God, they can make a really good story if they don't just treat Ruby like she's healed. Because there's something to say about a story of someone who's trying their best to be their best and be better than, like, literal killing yourself. But still having issues but moving past them rather than having one scene where it's like you're enough and then being completely fucking healed. You remember the mom that lied to you and your entire family and then died? Yeah, let's use that person as your role model. She said she liked Dad's cooking and we knew it was a lie too. She pushes down the glass screen with her dad's cooking in it. Pushes down the screen with Yang in it. It's just a lot of broken screens on the floor. She sees a screen with Croc in it. She goes, "Thank you." She walks by. "What's wrong?" "Oh, you see, he has a backpack on his back. And that gave me the idea of having Zwei in my backpack in Volume 2 when we went out to the abandoned town. So thank you, Croc. Thank you so much." Just all in Volume 9. And it's like not even the real Croc model. It's that one from All Stars that looks like really fucking gross. Just like, ew, what the fuck is that? I still like the idea of a game where the collectibles like give you like a really heartfelt like thank you. I thought I would never escape.
Closest to Spyro.
You have rescued me from a fate that I thought was inescapable, and for that, my friend, you have all my thanks, for there's not enough stars in the sky to show the thanks I have for you, and I shall make them rain down and fall one of these days in your honor. Thank you. Also, if you want, we are cooking sandwiches on Thursdays, so after you're done saving the rest of my brethren, please come enjoy a Tuna sandwich me. I have one here if you need a sample. On a side note, Billy was up in the mountain. I don't know if you rescued him already, but like he owes me money. So please, if you can scale back up that mountain for me, ask him for $20. Just $20. And then go rescue the shopkeep. That way I can then use that $20 to buy what I need for my own life and purpose. I'm sorry, I'm rambling. I'm going on too long. It's just, the more I talk, the more I'm reminded of my mom and the stories she used to tell me. She was like, this is all one cutscene that ends in like just circling around.
I would love to make like a Spyro type thing where everyone you rescue has like just mental dialogue. Like it's just insanity every time.
It's like a triple budget AAA title game, but only for when you rescue the dragons. Spyro. Ow! I just smacked myself in the... I don't know if you saw or heard that, but I just smacked myself in the head.
Like there should just be one that just says nothing. Like it just gives you like the nice smirk and then he's done.
They should have a dragon that thanks you in sign language. He goes, "Thank you, free him." He turns around, and then it flies away.
Thank you for releasing me.
I don't know what releasing is in sign language.
Dragon that just squats down and takes a shit, and the shit says thank you for releasing me.
Thank you for releasing me. I don't know what releasing is in sign language.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
I need to know what releasing is so I can say thank you for releasing me in sign language properly.
Not this song again. These ducks with helmets on.
Okay, so it'd be thank you for releasing me. Releasing is this. Oh no, you have to have your fingers closed, so this.
So 10 is a prequel to 7?
Yeah, 10 is a prequel to 7.
People don't know how to count.
That's just not even for Final Fantasy.
I know 10's a stylistic choice.
Mario Tennis is a prequel to 7.
Mario Tennis is a prequel to 7.
Mario Tennis is a prequel to Final Fantasy 7. This boss fight looks abysmal. Hey, the guy at the video we were using to finish this, can you like get some amount of skill and just finish it already? Why is this guy not representing Smash Bros? Is Mana in Smash Bros at all?
No.
I don't know where that came.
I think the remake of Trials maybe got some spirits after the fact, but that might be it.
Wasn't that a bad remake?
Yes.
What is this, Square?
Yeah.
What is with Square and bad remakes?
I don't know, but like the Live a Live remake seems to be done very well because it was done in like the style of Octopath, but then the Mana remakes go for this whole 3D look that's like cheap looking.
Maybe because Live a Live inspired Octopath?
Yeah.
Instead
I'd honestly like go on to say Live a Live is part of the Octopath series now, like it got merged into it because it's a very similar concept.
It's just they're not from different times. It's just 8 different stories.
Yeah.
And isn't there another one that those people made?
Triangle Strategy is not a sequel to Octopath.
Just
and then the Octopath 2 is out now.
Don't you...
I think it's just intentional.
Don't you hate...
Book of Nuke.
Did you hate me? What were we talking about? My brain just blacked out. What are we talking about? Octopath. Don't you hate that there's 2 games, Bravely Default the second, and then Bravely Default 2, which are... Or no, it's Bravely second, and then Bravely Default 2, which are completely separate video games.
Yeah.
You know what Bravely Default's supposed to be, right?
It's like the 3D Final Fantasy. Like
It's
back
supposed to be the turn-based, yeah. That's their new turn-based Series 4. Like
Octopath is turn-based too.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, when they were advertising,
sort of is.
When they were advertising it, that's how they're saying it's a classic Final Fantasy gameplay, because they have no intention of making Final Fantasy turn-based again.
But then Dragon Quest is still turn-based, so
I feel like that's
they want to evolve Final Fantasy, but then just leave Dragon Quest stagnant.
Well, it's because one of them is a Square property, and one of them is an Enix property, so they probably treat them a little differently. Even though it's the same company, it's probably completely different teams and stuff.
Yeah.
Because the Dragon Quest people apparently have no budget based on how their games... I'm sorry, that was really mean.
And then Square pours all of their budget into graphics and not gameplay.
Richard said this dude has no skill, can't even get stuck in a cave, amateur.
Yeah, we try to find ways to break games, and we broke this one.
Yeah. What's the last time we ran into like a significant glitch?
Hero Warriors.
Did you start Hollow Knight PS4 yet?
Yeah.
So like, be real with me. 2 minutes? 5 minutes?
Only time will tell.
Only time will
Literally time.
Yeah.
The only time will tell how long the time is gonna be.
Because you and Connor only have that for that season, right?
Yeah. Oh, Flip Champs was also that season.
Oh. I'm very worried.
Me too.
I'm very worried that you are going to add that stupid fucking Ren and Stimpy bit just to get your own video copyright claim.
Maybe I'll just have to like keep it brief.
Like
I
Bowman?
think I played the whole thing.
Yeah, you played the whole fucking clip, bro. And because it got copyright claimed, I can't edit it out. Just asinine to me.
Yeah.
It's like the one thing you want to do when you get claimed is take the thing out.
They don't want. They won't let you remove your demerits from your personal record.
I ended up editing
Permanent
that crash video, by the way.
Mm.
And just because it got pretty much restricted, so a lot of people couldn't see it because I said that word, and I'm just like, I'll just take the word out and get it not restricted. The rest of the video, I watched it, it's nothing. It's because I said that word in the first minute. And I'm not going to repeat it. But I was like, come on. Why are you restricting it so much based on a word I say? I want people to see this 10-year-old video. How long ago was Insane? It's like 3 years ago? 4 years ago?
4
years ago. That first Smash video was like
5 years.
5 years ago. That's half a decade. We've been doing this for half a decade. And we got nothing to show for it. We've been doing this for half a decade, and yet this is just the best we could do.
We just don't even play
Yeah,
games.
we
We
don't.
just watch walkthroughs.
Well, hey, that's what I've been doing for the past few months. This is just the closest game I played recently is Twisted Sister.
I mean, you and Cherokee have been watching a walkthrough of me playing Psychonauts live.
That's what I'm saying. It's like I've been doing this for a while. I've been just watching people bought Thunder. I'll sell it for a high price.
So he's keeping one of every weapon type and then just selling the worst one. So like he just sold his Wind Lance because he got the Thunder Lance.
Okay, let's go.
I was honestly just selling everything that was weaker, but they won't let you sell everything because you need them on the overworld.
Which is good.
Yeah.
Oh,
They thought of that, but they couldn't think of the stupid key thing.
Yeah. It's such a weird spot to have an oversight. Also re-release it and not fix the oversight.
Yeah. Also, there's a remake, and they didn't put the remake
What was
on
the game we
collection.
played? Where
The
we're
remake is old too. It's a Game Boy Advance remake. I know we'll play that someday, and it'll be way better than this.
what was the game we played where it was like, wow, it has all the same issues as the original game? Was it Medieval?
Yeah, it only played a little bit better because it had like two. You can put two weapons on and switch between them. But like the gameplay was still as finicky.
Like platforming on that ship where we ended up giving up our first run.
Yeah.
Like we were still having trouble. We were like, this is new. This is brand new. Also, I've lost hope. They announced a Medieval 2 remake like 3 years ago, and there's no way that's a 3-year development long game.
Yeah.
I think it got quietly canceled.
Like that Bayonetta 3 and Tears of the Kingdom came out before Medieval 2 remake.
Did the Medieval remake come out before Breath of the Wild?
No.
Did you see that story roundup video of
Yeah.
Breath of the Wild? So I have lost all faith in Breath of the Wild story if that's the gist of it. Because it's like, here's what happened before. Skip 10 years. Here's one thing. And then they meet together after all this time. And I was just like, that's it? That's the whole story?
Well, there's like so many little details thrown in.
But they're not important enough to, like, give you a recap. They literally say, so you don't need to play Breath of the Wild. That's why the video exists. And if that's the whole important theme of the story, then their advertisements of it being a story-heavy game are bullshit.
It's more because you find out all that story stuff in pieces throughout the game, and you have to go out of your way and find them individually. There's also a lot of development you learn too, but yeah, almost every cutscene is a flashback.
This is really stupid.
It's more of just restoring Hyrule, which they just summed up in a sentence. You know, Link gained his strength back and like brought peace back to Hyrule.
Here's my question. It's gone. My question left. It packed its bags and went.
It's just with a celebration of Breath of the Wild video like that, they forgot the cake.
Yeah, I was hoping for a shot at Zelda's cake. Like, I was getting ready for it too. I got very confused because I wasn't sure if the game was made wrong or like it was edited wrong or something like that. But they show the last scene with Zelda in it at the end of that overview, where she's in the dress, and the very next scene is then they went venturing towards, and Zelda's in her classic ass out outfit. And I was just like, what? Wait, what? Is this the same scene? It looks like the same.
I think
scene.
they're out of order.
The gist
Yeah, I
of
think
the
they just put
story
him-
is
they put
that
him out of
Zelda's
order.
a fucking failure, and she just would not let Link die.
It's also just the plot of Ocarina of Time.
Is it?
Instead of 7 years that passed, it's 100 years. And Link disappeared. And
Also, how
Ganon
did
took
Zelda
over.
stay alive? They didn't explain that in the video.
She was like sealed away.
By what? By herself?
I guess, yeah. So time essentially stopped for her.
So everyone else is a spirit. All of them
yeah,
are spirits.
because they died.
Do you not have the Link ones?
I don't.
You just bought the 4 for this.
Yeah, I didn't see the other ones. They have like the Guardian. I don't know if I really want that.
Can I have the Mii one?
No,
No, I'm just for research and
research and development.
research and product placement. I could tell you where I'm gonna place the product, but then you wouldn't let me borrow it. Fucking. I'm having Anthony Xavier over tomorrow night, and I don't know how I'm gonna explain the Sonic blanket. I've been coming up with ways in my head to try to justify it, but they're gonna hit me.
It's like you have Monogatari figures, then you have Sonic.
Well, no one's gonna judge the figures of women. They're gonna judge the figures of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, that's Super Sonic.
They're gonna look up and be like, "Is that Grookey? Because you are kooky." I have a figure of Grookey from Gen 7.
Gen 7. Oh, Grookey?
Grookey, that's the green starter monkey thing from Sword and Shield. Or is it Gen 8? I don't know. Hold on. Yeah, Gen 8.
Gen 8.
Oh, yeah, Gen 8, so we said yeah, Gen 8. Gen 8. Life is like a box of chocolates. Why? Because you read the label and you know exactly what you're gonna get. They're all labeled. I think everyone should wear a name tag with their best and worst trait on it. Because my name is Gen 8. And I approve this message. This is my brain on 2 hours of sleep. I feel like I've melted.
I got almost 8 and it felt so good. But I just still didn't want to wake up.
Listen, I'm still dealing with my own type of copium. You gotta fucking... Have you heard those before?
Cornucopia?
Copium and hopium.
The guy just healed twice.
What a loser.
Asshole.
He healed twice, meaning that he had twice the amount of sleep I had. You heal for every 2 hours you slept. This song is making me want to drive home.
No, the Power Rangers are here. Every single 2 of them.
Every single 2. Theodore Lopez is right here. Who the hell is Theodore Lopez? So I got so pissed off. I asked people at work who our 3rd president was. I'm sure you know. Don't answer it right now because I want to.
Shinsui Yukitake.
So I asked,
They said 2 names.
They said Theodore Roosevelt.
Sorry.
They said Theodore Roosevelt. What's wrong with that?
It's not.
It's not only is he not our 3rd president.
He's not even like our
he was
30th.
never a president.
Theodore Roosevelt?
Theodore Roosevelt was not a president.
Yeah, he was.
Franklin Roosevelt.
They both were.
No, Theodore Roosevelt was never president.
Yeah, he was.
No, he was
He
not.
was the fat one.
Do you want to bet money?
Yes.
20
Theodore
bucks.
Roosevelt.
$20.
Yes. They were both presidents. FDR is the one you're thinking of, but Theodore came first. He was the fat one. I think they got stuck in the... No, Taft got stuck in the tub. Theodore Roosevelt's the one that Eggman's based on. Yeah, Howard Taft got stuck in the White House bathtub.
Oh.
Am I up to 40 now? Am I gonna be rich?
Hold on. Who am I thinking of?
Ben Franklin? People think Ben Franklin's a president.
Why would anyone think Brent Franklin is the president?
Because he was technically one of the founding fathers, like he was there and everything. He just invented the newspaper. And helped contribute to electricity, like discovery, blah blah blah. Oh, I'm sorry.
I looked this up the other day and I couldn't find him in the president
I think we
list.
should call off this bet from what you're about to smell.
Listen, I think that's fair enough. The smells you imbue me with are like the worst. Like yours are horrible. Mine never like smelled that bad. Yours are consistently horrible. No, I'll concede. Theodore Roosevelt was president. I looked it up yesterday to like try to see what.
He's the one that Epic Rap Battles would always use for the announcement videos. They just use that photo and make his mouth move for whatever reason.
I'm sure I know what you're talking about. But I looked it up yesterday because they said Theodore Roosevelt. I was like, I don't even know what president he was, and then I looked it up and I couldn't find him in the president list. So I was like, oh, he must have not been president. But then I found Franklin. I was like, oh, maybe Franklin was president. Wait, no, Franklin was president, but at the time when politically they were trying to get us help for World War II? Or World War
Yeah,
One?
2.
Was it World War II where Franklin was president?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's what I'm thinking of. Is that Theodore was doing speeches at that point, but he wasn't president at that point.
He was just shooting hoops and going, it's what I
He
do."
was shooting hoops and then getting shot and then finishing speeches. I can't believe that shit. You know what I'm talking about?
Who was it that got
Theodore
shot?
Roosevelt, someone tried to assassinate him on fucking stage. He got shot and then stood back up and finished his speech. They even reference it in the rap battle where they have him in, where they'll have someone shoot him and he'll just point at the guy that shot him and he runs away. It's like... yeah, no, Ben Franklin was never president. I didn't think Ben Franklin was president because he's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, he lost to Billy Mays, like... Oh no. Help. That's horrible, I'm sorry. I'm sneezing. I'm sneezing. That wasn't a sneeze. Why am I saying I'm sneezing? When are we gonna stream us playing Catan? We're playing Catan, my man. I'm kind of glad we stopped when we did with this game. This all looks exhausting. And that's not because I got 2 hours of sleep last night. How would you fucking know that?
I don't like this 3-door
I don't
stuff.
like this 3-door structure we've been living in. 3-door, 2 parties. There's just, we need to add more options.
Our government has more parties than I've ever had.
You would have had more if you went to the fucking Miss America.
50 opportunities knocking at my door, and I said no solicitors, please.
I don't know why, but I keep having the fucking the thought of the mic when he was doing the Xavier stuff. He was like, he's got a vibrator up under his nuts. It's been stuck in my head all day. Because he rhymed it. He was like, he's never felt a woman's touch. He's got a vibrator up under his nuts. It doesn't rhyme, but for some reason my brain was like, it rhymes. That's just
That's
me.
Xavier.
That's Xavier when someone's giving him permission. Have you ever met Xavier?
I think so.
That's the nut. Really...
And if they knew how to program screen shake correctly, we could have the vibrator.
You just see a little thing under it. What's that? This is so stupid and silly. I need the artwork for this guy.
Tongue out and everything. It's a Hygo flame monster. Is this boss trying to pick up his porno stash?
Yeah.
They like went all over the floor. Watch him when he comes back. Stop it.
That's just Connor when he realizes he made a mistake by getting rid of all the porn mags. When it comes back up.
Sifting through the trash.
Yes.
It's covered in dirt.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Picking up the stash.
He's picking up and then he nutted again.
And it's bouncing all over the
It's
room.
bouncing all over the walls.
He's so excited to recover his porno.
Porno, porno, everybody porno.
If light reaches you,
If light reaches you, then you're...
received Rusty.
Thank you for stopping me before I finish that sentence. Everything the lights touches is stupid. Oh, god damn it.
So I thought it just boot you out.
Yeah, I wish
It wasn't nice in Mario Sunshine, but it was nice here.
Yeah, I wish you would just boot me out. Just let me go.
I can put my boots on.
Put him on and put him on my butt. What is this song?
It's the new Overworld theme right after we stopped playing.
I don't like it as much.
It's like epic, like we're getting there music.
Alright, it's trucking along.
Second act music.
Yeah. You know what's funny is if I told Connor the conversation about like Xbox not having any games, he'd be like, "Yeah, I had Lost Odyssey like 20 years ago."
I'm gonna say it 20 times.
I'm gonna say it 20 times. 2012 was the best 20 in my 20s.
2012 was when Shakugan Furry 12 was initiated. Like it's a freaking government plan, like the Shakugan Furry 12. It's a football team.
Is there 12 people on a football team?
It could be.
It could be.
Counted that up. It stopped at 12. We would have had more team members if we continue counting.
I think football should be subjective in the amount of players, meaning that they only have as many on the field as you want that each team to have. So they don't need to have the exact number.
It's
One
like,
guy
you can't have 30 players. Yeah, we can.
One
1,
guy-
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Oh,
I'm done counting.
Can I? Because they're right there.
I mean, I count 12 because I stop when
I would
hit
really
12.
like it. I really like a team of 30 versus a team of 70. I want to see how that would pan out.
A game of like volleyball. 70 people.
It's just all crowded around that one little
I got it.
square.
Everyone's got it. It can't hit the ground because there's just that many people huddled.
They don't even smack the ball. They just do a wave until it hits the other end.
Yeah. Crowd volleyball.
In
That
every
should be a thing. Like instead of crowd surfing or people like going ape shit at a concert, just start throwing volleyballs in.
like it starts
Give
doing,
them something to do.
it starts doing Mario Striker shit where 12 people will jump in the air at the same time, link their hands together in like a circle, and spike it down all
Like
together.
Naruto clones.
Yeah. All right, let's do the good old volley Sengun. Volley Dory. Useless Sakura. Sakura, don't spike the ball. You have no hand-eye coordination. You're gonna make us.
You have no hentai.
You have no hentai. No one wants to fuck you. Even Sigmund Freud's just like, even if she was a mother. Like, no. That was a deep cut joke. I'm sorry.
Brought it from Naruto to Sigma.
I like that all I said was, even if she's a mother, no. It's all the context you need.
Yeah.
That was his whole philosophy. Sit down, talk about why you're
You know, on
depressed.
the ice skating rink and did a big Freudian slip.
Yeah.
Gameplay. The finest the Game Boy has to offer.
I think you'll belong down here.
Wait for me.
Wafers. All I see when I go home are wafers. I could go for a vanilla wafer right now. Isn't that right, Theodore, non-president friend? I was a president friend. Thank you for agreeing. I'll take $20 whenever you want to hand it to me. Do you think there's anyone so conceited that he would go back in time and just to like get $20 from his friend? Theodore Roosevelt was a president. Goes back in time, make sure it never happened.
Goes back in time before he was president. See, it wasn't really.
So he wasn't there. Look at this wall. What was the last president? Hoover. He came after. No, he.
Obama?
Obama.
Oh, bummer.
Obama Snow. Oh, bummer. So stupid.
Oh, bummer.
Bummer.
Sorry, just improving the music.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ish.
Near-ish? Or I couldn't tell what I was trying to say.
Like near-ish.
Was it near-ish or near-ish?
The Seinfeld bit.
Yeah.
So I was playing.
So I was playing with the orange juice container after I emptied the last bit of orange juice, and I wondered what it would be called if it was yellow. Would it be yellow juice?
I can't make it back to
I
my place.
can't-
Can I fill that with some yellow juice, Jimmy?
I can't recycle this until I put some yellow juice in this.
They don't check them, Jerry. You could just fill it with any shit
You
you
can
want.
fill it with any shake you want, George.
What about green juice? Like green apple? No,
Green juice.
green juice.
It's called orange because it's orange, right? It's from an orange, the fruit.
Why does that get the monopoly?
Who
on,
said?
Why does that get the monopoly on the color name? Like we have an apple.
It's not red.
It's not red.
The
You don't
banana's
look at
not the
it.
yellow.
You don't look at it and go, "I want a red, please." No, you go, "I want a delicious, crisp apple."
But what about when they say to eat your greens? Vegetable. Not all vegetables are green. Why do green beans get to be the the leading factor?
Jerry, you know I like me some beans, but my asshole sure don't.
Well, we know.
We know, George. We've heard the after Sunday. We smelled the after Sunday special before. It smelled bad going in you, and it smelled bad coming out of you, George.
Is it really that bad?
Even Cortex in the game was like, George,
Oh, why are you bringing up Cortex?
Cortex.
Always comes down to him.
Please, Cortex was my dad's name.
Are those real? This song can legitimately
Stop it! Stop playing the
wholeheartedly
music.
go fuck itself. I really like when they cut the chocobo in half every time he pauses the game. How in the stupid fuck would you know that? That just one crystal you can just blow up?
It's the nuke spell, I guess.
It's the Nuke's top 5 spell.
You ever hear that show?
He's like, top 5 horror stories that would make you cream your jeans. Number 5. You see this ghost appear in the back of an alleyway, wave at a dog, then pick it up and, oh wait, no, that's not a ghost, that's my Aunt Gertrude coming to visit with her dog Molly. Do you think it's real? Or an elaborate hoax? Number 4. Like, all of his videos are like that. He always ends it with, is this some neat trick? Or is this an elaborate hoax? Or, on the side fact of this being real, do you think that this ghost was haunting this hotel for 30,000 years? Everyone decided.
Nuke, you can't record while walking and answering your door. We heard the doorbell in the recording of your audio. What the fuck, man? It's like, no, it's like,
Now let's figure out.
You should be like on face cam and everything. He literally just gets up and keeps talking.
I was gonna show you this video, but I accidentally erased it to record some of my doorbell dash cam of a squirrel grabbing some nuts and going to a tree. So I hope you enjoy this. I needed to make room for a pony in my backyard, and so I had to delete some storage space. What, Nuke? Sorry, I'm fishing swimming downstream right now.
Stream? Oh, you can't even get to this boss.
You can't even
Oh, no, I just walked right through.
Does this boss attack? Please tell me it's the fucking final one. It doesn't attack. He's not doing jack and shit. You ever drink water and be like, wow, all those people that said water has no taste is full of shit. Every water has a taste. Salt water, taste.
Ooh, it's was used wrong.
Huh?
It was used wrong.
Ooh.
Too bad we didn't get this one.
How are we ever going to notice if we don't get the crystals back? Tower of Dime will appear somewhere in the desert. What? I'm crying. Why am I crying? Why am I crying? What traumatic thing just happened to me?
Choked on your stomach.
I choked on the bow.
I choked on the bones.
I choked on the bones. Jerry! I choked! My bones! George, you're still alive. There's no bones. It's boneless chicken. I knew that. My name is not Dave Costello or whatever he called himself.
Is this the final dungeon?
My name isn't Bushkakis. Dr. Bow Wow made. Did you see Nintendo's also doing more stupid shit?
Yeah. They sent me an email saying, need more Mario.
That is nowhere near what I was referring to. But that's fucking hilarious that you said that with such a fucking sarcastic bullshit tone in your voice and then you immediately facepalmed yourself. Like, usually you facepalm when someone else does something, but you were just like, I read my emails and... no.
That's the last thing I need.
They're attacking emulation.
Oh.
Essentially, there's a service out there for you to back up. Is that just a hand that gives you the thumb down?
Yeah. Perfect enemy. I wish we got this far.
So essentially, on the Gen 1 of the Switch, you can actually use the connector on the side of the controller to connect firmware, right?
Mm.
And you can install something to take... I can't remember what it's called. It's called Key something, right? And essentially what it does is it lets you back up all your game files onto external hardware, right?
Mm.
And that's how people play their Switch games on their PC with higher resolutions and better frame rates and stuff, right? Because they buy the game and they use the software. Nintendo is now suing the software. Even though they don't provide anything other than the means to back up your game. They don't sell ROMs online or anything like that. You need to own the game to back it up. But Nintendo doesn't like that, and so they're taking them down. And what's this company going to do? Countersue against Nintendo? So essentially, they're fucking over emulation, and nothing bad's going to happen about it because they're fucking Nintendo. I really hate Nintendo. Like, I hate their practices. I think they're an awful company. I'm so glad that... oh no, this was still on the Switch, never mind. I'm on almost boycott territory with Nintendo at this point. Like, I really, like, I see Tears of the Kingdom now, and I'm, like, disgusted. Like, I want nothing to do with them. They're ruining a man's life. They're making game preservation harder and harder with their actions. Like, they're just a bad company. Not to mention they made DDD look fucking awful in that new Kirby
Yeah.
game. Which,
I don't know what is
which is
wrong
the
with
real
that.
crime. But you know Nintendo fans will suck the dick of them and be like, it doesn't matter as long as I get to make a dildo fly in Tears of the Kingdom. Eiji Aonuma's gonna just shit himself on camera. I can't tell what those are supposed to be.
He's like a bubble bath monster with like a hat.
It
and,
looks
like
like-
a trash lid on him.
It looks like that captain guy from Splatoon. I think his name is Captain Coddlefish or something like that. I don't know. I played Splatoon once and I went, not for me, bam. But don't worry, Splatoon 3 just came out. It's so similar to the other ones that, why would you buy it? It's so similar to the other ones that they're just putting the map from the first game in it, and people aren't even noticing. They're like new content. These two Squid Sisters look similar, but like, other than that, this is brand new to me. And that's only because they didn't buy a Wii U. Because who the fuck spent their money? Do you own a Wii U?
Yeah. It's
You don't own a
unfortunate.
Wii.
No.
That was the first mistake you made. You looked at Nintendo Land and you went, this is a system seller. What was the game for your Wii U that you were like, this is my purchase now?
Smash. And Mario Kart 8. I got the Wii U when like Smash 4 was still like in early development, so like it still had promise.
Was that after we went to that event where like, this is perfect?
It was all before that.
It was all before the event.
Yeah.
We went to 2 events. What was the other event we went to?
You guys went to 3D World, but I didn't go to that.
3D. Oh, Mario 3D World.
Hmm.
We went to a Mario 3D World event?
Yeah.
Do I have any footage of it? I don't remember going to a 3D World event. Oh, I do, because we played a Plessy stage early. Because we were like, let's play Plessy. And it was practically the only stage we could have done that, even though we had 4 people, still felt like single player. Because just the way Plessy steers in that game. What are your thoughts on that game?
It's alright.
Did you think 3D Land was far better?
Not far better, but like at least better.
I thought it was far better. I think 3D World tried to be big and yet stayed small.
Hmm.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Like, they were like, here's a bigger scope with one way to go. It's like Sonic games.
Did you see like the new Digital Gaming where like I guess Suzuka when he saw Mario Super was like, I like the game and all, but like sometimes when I play it I don't know where to go, so I want to make a game where you know where to go. So it's like you just got lost in an open world game, so you made a linear game.
Well, I kind of get the frustration with 64, though. If I didn't have someone guiding me, I would have dropped it.
That's what the star hints are for.
Get the fuck out of here! That shit's so cryptic. And if a certain
Well, it's the
someone
secret,
finished his
the
video
game's more about
series...
discovery, while Sonic is just point A to point B.
Well, Sonic was always more based on story, interaction with characters and shit, because that's all Sonic has going for him, let's be honest.
Yeah. Style.
It's really funny when you can see what shares the same color palette based on the sprite flickering.
Yeah.
But Sonic's always been about personality. That's been his thing. It's all Sonic has. Until the new game where he's just like, Amy, do you think you could roll a 6 this time? I can't fucking handle it right now. I've got too much on my mind. Fucking IRS is trying to fuck me in taxes.
Uh-oh. The robot's gonna...
What do you think, Tails? I've been here.
It's a single space and they're arguing over the space. Nice animation.
Isn't it funny that the guy named Sumo, the fighting style that's meant for grappling and throwing down, is the one that's being used to throw instead? They could jump that.
I know.
Now, here's what you do. You throw the rope, and you have that guy climb the rope. Right? You have a chain that you could just throw to him and he'll grab it and he could climb up with you. Oh, well, no, he's dead. That was a robot, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Marcy! 60!
See you in
That's me
Cowboy.
3.5 edibles in. And that's me 4. Why is this?
We're back to this waterfall.
Yeah, reverse fall. You can tell whenever it has to reload the next fucking scene. The next game in this series is 3 play. I can't wait to play her. Do you have any drinks?
Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew me? Do you want a Mountain Dew me? Baby? What kind of Mountain Dew?
Code Red.
Why is it always red with you?
Because it's like the one they have at
You
the store is
can't.
the 2-liter.
They have voltage.
They didn't. When I
They
went to
give
Sabotage.
voltage keeps you electrolytes. That's so untrue.
I bet you could fool a lot of people with that.
You know, it's very uneven because like voltage gives you electrolytes and Code Red gives you the nuclear
more
launch
blood.
code for America. Like it's not very like equal.
And they're gonna say it gives you more blood.
Yeah, it gives you more blood. One gives you more electrons, and
It
one
gives you
gives
type C blood.
One gives you more electrons, and one gives you more protons.
And one gives you the your launch
Did you know
codes.
if you drink Code Red when you're pregnant, it actually gives your child more Y chromosomes, and if you drink voltage, it gives them less? You can control the fucking the gender of your child based on the Mountain Dew you
You can
decide
actually
to drink.
dodge the whole gender assignment surgery
Did you-
altogether if you just drink the right combination of Mountain Dew flavors.
Do you ever have that Mountain Dew bottle that had like the red, blue, and
Yeah, I got it the other day.
okay?
Because Connor came over and I had it, and then he was like, "You didn't have that one yet?" And I'm like, "I'm having it now."
You didn't have that one yet? No, hence why it's in my goddamn motherfucking hand, you sick son of a bitch. You didn't try
There
it?
it is.
You didn't try it yet? It's half done. The bottle's gone, man.
You didn't
It's the
finish
final
it?
boss.
I hope it is. I don't want to look at the time. I want to like wait. Just
I
to have
want
it
to
come
wet
up on.
myself. There's nothing I want.
When you're playing
more.
games, you don't have a little like timer down at the bottom saying, "This is how far you have left in the game."
No, because that's me. That's
You're
me
the
following
time.
a video walkthrough, like, as we're going, like, skipping. Like, I always keep it next to my face. I was thinking about getting a stand for that joke. Like, a phone stand I could stand up like this.
Have a separate phone
All right.
just for that.
It's like, alright, we're done with that section.
And you have a different phone for it. Get an iPad.
Did I tell you that my phone's Bixby only responds to when Puerto Ricans talk? And
Really?
so, fucking, I left it on the counter at work the other day with my headphones in, and fucking Jackie walked over there, and every single time she spoke, there was 2 people in her conversation. Every time she talked, Bixby activated, and I'd shut it off, and then my music would stop, and then she'd be like, "Oh yeah, hello?" It's like, no, fucking, stop doing that. I ended up like walking over there in the middle of their conversation. They both look at me. I just stare at her, grab my phone, continue to stare at her, and walk away. And she's just like, "What the fuck?"
This is your brain on drugs. This is going to hell before you die.
Is that where that term comes from, by the way?
Yeah, Mario.
It
Well,
like it wasn't a saying before that.
I don't know.
You go to hell before you die.
I wasn't around back then.
Really? Neither was I. What a coinky doink. He's leveling up too much. Maybe leave some levels for the rest of us. Uh-oh, Richard. I'm about to drop kick you. You better get ready. So I ordered my replacement fan for my PS5.
You had to get a replacement fan?
Yes. So you know that loud noise that we were like, what is that?
Yeah.
It's because early generation for the PlayStation 5, their fans are faulty.
So Connor is probably okay.
For Connors is probably okay.
I remember when like the PS5 was coming out, I was listing off all the reasons I wait to get a console. It's like that's one, like faulty.
Well, I
new
waited
technology.
too.
You waited like a few months, but you were still trying to get one, and it just took you like a few months.
Well, I started trying to get one when they were like, Ratchet has a release date now.
Yeah.
And so I was like, all right, well, I want to play that as soon as possible.
Yeah.
And then they proceed to make no more PS5 exclusive games.
And then like Resi 4 is now on. It's also on PS4, guys. Right as they start producing a ton more PS5s.
Yeah. Like, I don't get it. Like, there's no reason to really own a PS5. There's not many exclusives. Like, I feel like
It's just a performance thing, like the fact that the games perform well.
Yeah, I guess. But it's like, when you have to develop for both, it means the game's overall going to get bogged down so it can run on both hardware.
Yeah.
No matter how much the PS5 version
It's been out
is
2
enhanced.
years now. I think it's time to cut the cord on the PS4.
At least, like, for your first party stuff, just keep it PS5.
Yeah.
Or technically it's second party, right?
Maybe if anything, like there were so many graphic options in 4 Remake, maybe they just don't have them all there in the PS4 version. Like Leon's nice, sexy hair.
I don't get that. I honestly don't get the difference. Like, it looks exactly the same.
Mm-hmm.
So, speaking of looking exactly like this, did he die?
Did we fight this dragon?
Yeah, we were talking about Salazar's butthole last time. And how his hair looks like his asshole in the new game. Mr. Kennedy, I like to drink bromine.
So it looks like that.
I like to cover my pasta with gasoline. My favorite place to eat for Mexican food is Chipotle. Chipotle, no, sorry, it's Chipotle. Like, you're gonna lay down after the shit you take after Chipotle. Have you ever taken a shit so hard that even though it's 6 o'clock, you have to, like, go and lay down? No, that's just me. We're just like, early night.
I've had 6 in the morning shits where I just want to lay down.
That shit took a lot out of me. I'm proud of that wordplay in that one. Not proud enough, though. I'm looking at you, Ringo. Ringo is the only one I fucking recognize on that poster. That's a lie. John, Ringo, Paul, George. I recognize them like they're my own family now.
My own children.
Why the fuck is...
Oh, it's a red dragon. You just can't tell because it's on the Game Boy.
Why the fuck is Paul the only one that was like, I don't want no fish later?
I don't know. He was like the baby face one.
He doesn't have a baby.
And he also didn't bring his shoes.
He's fucking bare feet.
And that's why people think he's dead.
Bare feet, bare face. At this point, just forget the pants and shirt.
Yeah, that's one reason everyone thinks he's dead, because he's the only one his legs are going opposite ways from everyone else, and then he's barefoot.
His legs are going opposite ways.
His right foot is out in front. Everyone else is their left.
That looks like just an awkward photo shoot day. You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't look like... Like, you know, when I think of Beatles, I think, like, you know, fun, energetic. This looks... nothing like that. Also, Paul's suit? What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? This guy's got a full jean outfit on, and this guy's wearing death clothes.
This must be an annoying dungeon, because they're not stairs, but there's teleportation holes on the floor.
Please tell me that was taken on a place called Abbey Road.
Yep, that's
like
it.
the one that's near us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where are you going? To the Beatles' house.
Jim Beetle.
I'm going to Paul Beetle. Do you want?
I'll just do a water.
You'll do a water. Here, you
It's
can
after hours
you
for
can
my
have
soda.
my spit.
My bullshit.
My entire bottle of spit. Oh, you've been drinking
The red.
the red.
Yeah.
You've been smoking the red stuff.
Another dragon. It's an undead dragon.
You know what they say? If you're gonna drink anything on stream, you might as well brand it. It's mine. I don't remember which one I considered mine on the podcast, but
Me neither. Roll back.
oh, I know which one yours is. Yours is the
The banner.
Brogout full on picture.
Oh yeah.
Mine was the hand drawn one with all the drinks.
Mm.
Connor's was the daytime Brogal, and Chucky's was the nighttime. This one. The daytime Brogal. Know what's funny? I look at this, and I can no longer tell what some of these symbols are from. It's my own fucking logo. Like, that's my logo, and I can't remember where everything's from. I know that's Banjo.
And nuts and bolts, I think.
Yeah, it's got the screws and shit in it. So that's Nuts and Bolts. That's Lost Odyssey. Ultra Kill, Frogger. Trails?
Yeah, it's Trails to Azure, which I haven't played, but it was the only like high quality L that looked good.
What was that?
Trails to Azure.
Azure?
Azure?
Azure.
Okay.
Earthbound. Another. Celeste?
Isn't that Connor's show another?
Yeah. Celeste.
That's Ultra Kill.
That's.
Oh, the U is Guilty Gear.
Oh.
I forget which one.
The G is.
Hot Shot Skulls.
Ah, you're right. What's this line?
I Ninja.
I Ninja. And then O. Because
Because
I know that's near, and I know that's
Monkey Ball.
but-
Yeah, the O is Dishonored.
Dishonored.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of Dishonored, how was Dark Cloud?
That's
Did you
fine.
start it?
Yeah.
I heard you.
Just like we're still in the first dungeon.
You rebuilding the town the way I want you to.
By the way, the game wants me to.
There's no way the game wants.
Connor was looking at pro strats, like stuff the game doesn't tell you.
Of course he was. Okay.
It was stuff the game doesn't tell you, and it said, "Do not build the merchant's house, and like don't put him there until you're done at Norrune Village,
Wow.
because as soon as you have the merchant available, the mayor will stop giving you free items." So what we've been doing is I repair a weapon, talk to him, get the repair powder back, and just keep repairing everything. And he's like, "Oh, you're thirsty, use your water." And I use it, and then just get another one from the mayor. But if you have two items, then it doesn't really work, because if you just don't have one of an item, he'll replenish it for you.
Did you get your second character in that dungeon?
I think so. I've run into the cat, and Connor was all upset that I spoiled myself by watching the stream.
Why? It's not a story-driven game.
To him it is.
How does it feel hearing all the music in game?
Good. You were saying that too. It's like the nice thing about not streaming is we can crank the music up. And with my soundbar, it's super nice.
I think we've been doing better audio level wise
Yeah.
with games. Like we can hear it.
Oh, there's the mana tree.
Are you sure? Because it looks like a tree with a bunch of
Many mana
spores on
trees.
it. I don't think that's the mana tree.
Yeah.
Fuji TV Akira Toriyama please support the official release. Just tells you. How is this not done yet?
Mm-hmm.
Neo Vandal. The story's really interesting. I really love this musical.
Why are we here now?
Final boss?
I guess so, and it's just playing the normal battle theme.
And it's still better than Sunrise Spring Fling and
Yeah.
That's unacceptable to me.
Yeah, that's
Like,
probably the worst it ever gets in gaming.
Like
I thought Final Fantasy 1 and 2 were bad, where there is no boss theme for the entire game, it's just your battle theme.
Mm-hmm.
But Spyro 3 is worse. That was really all it took.
It was this moment he knew. He fucked up.
I think it's because he's using the strong attack, where he lunges like that. Now the final boss. This is more like it.
Yeah, that looks more
Which
like
is this? We've heard this battle theme before, but it like only plays in important bosses.
The final boss really should get its own theme, though.
Yeah, always, yeah. I mean, really, like every boss should have its own theme, unless your music's that good, where like you can hear the songs over and over. Like Paper Mario, every chapter final boss had its own theme. Some of them had multiple phases with multiple songs.
He likes that.
Yeah, so he's waiting to strike till the meter fills up, and then he can dart across for 2 strikes.
And it makes him invincible when he does it. But he always gets hit, so... what did I say? Fucking... Mori has different song for every area.
Yeah. So it's like Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts is different.
Every world has its different like
Yeah.
boss theme. Or battle
Because isn't
theme.
it like similar songs, just like in different styles?
Sorta? Well, it's like the battle theme will match the world theme.
The main person is Sora. Sora.
Sorry.
Sorry. Sorta. Kari, did you want to share the pepper fruit? Sorta. Sword Art Online. I love High School of the Dead. I closed my eyes for a second. It was just like, this might be it for me.
Good night. Good night. She did it. Game over.
Julius Gurr. He hit him with a good old Julius Gurr. Now you have to face Haagen-Dazs. Or sorry, Baagen-Dazs. Dante from Metal Gear Solid comes in.
Crashes through this.
Yeah, Dante from Metal Gear Solid.
Oh.
He just comes in here. Hey, I'm Snake. It's me. Dante.
There's more?
There's a moron. Look next to me. There's a moron.
Oh my god, there is a third phase. This is a little ridiculous.
Could you imagine getting Baagen-Dazs this far only to fail? Spider Troop Bigfoot. Reporting for duty, sir.
Reporting for duty, Cerny.
Performing for Haagen-Dazs.
Performing for you if you know the words.
If you know the words, keep them to yourself.
Don't credit us in Mario movie. Billions of dollars and we couldn't credit Grant Kirkhope.
Listen, we were being paid $4,000 a word. If by saying from DK64, that's how many did I say per word?
What?
What? My brain stopped working halfway through. My brain has no brain, if it makes sense. If you looked at my head, you'd be like, Echo! 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 Do show! Do! Hagen that bang. Bang. Queen Annabelle's tasty titular treats. Any animal that's not finishing that's too much. Do you think that if in Buzz we could... That's one of my favorite jokes I've ever done. It's so stupid. Just because they say Mario Kart 64 and Buzz. What game is directly competing with Mario Kart 64? Crash Team Racing Nitro Fuel. No. No! The answer is Double Dash. Because you have self-competition when you release two Mario Kart games
Fourth
so
phase,
close
let's
to
go.
each other. It was a nice day out today.
And we're in here.
What are we doing in here? Watching someone that's not even us play a video game? That sounds like kind of a Bog-and-Dog kind
What
of
am I
thing to do.
supposed to do?
Who has delivered that line better than I? Like realistically, like, is there any movie that delivered that line with the believability of me? I knew to jump out of the banana tree. I need you to hit me with your Bankai as hard as you can. There you go. Wake me up. Hit me with your Bankai. That's it. Just hit me with your Bankai.
Hit me with your Bankai.
You got where I was going. And then Mugetsu. I fucking love that stupid joke. Thank you everyone for giving me my Soul Reaper powers so I can fight Ginjo again. Mugetsu. What is happening? Wait, why is there two women? Who's this other woman?
Her mom.
Why is her mom here?
She was the tree. You weren't paying attention, but yeah.
Well, I was too busy making a Mugetsu joke. Yes, that will be the end of the piece. You can't say I'm not paying attention when I read it out loud. So is that your girlfriend or is that your...
I guess she's nothing anymore now. She's gonna be a tree. I mean, if she just fucked him then had kids, then the mana lineage will get passed down. This whole, like,
You know,
I'm the
it's-
last one in line
you
will
know-
be forgotten.
You know what's funny is
What?
you were saying, I was like, so was he your girlfriend? She's like, she's nothing anymore. She's the thing that I poop on to keep fertilized. When I have bad diarrhea, that's where I put it. How does poop even make good fertilizer? Like, am I eating a poopy tomato? Like, when people
I think the worms eat it.
eat the poop,
Yeah.
why are worms eating shit? The other thing eating shit was me with a screen door. Alright, Mom. Let's let the lineage die together.
This poor guy, though.
Yeah.
Felt worthless, and then his girlfriend just became a tree.
How dare he? Goodbye, Fuji TV and Akara.
I hope they make a reference to this in Secret of Mana, though. Like, you get to the tree and it's her.
She's just like, damn, I really should have just fucked. Kept the line of trees going. Keep them moving. Come on, play the fucking credits. I don't want to see anyone else talk. Let me let you know who made this game. Nuke, you gotta come to the mic. You can't walk away. This is something we talk about all day. There's a ghost in this room. Did you spot it? If you look closely at this footage, you can see it. Now, or is it something more? Number 4 is now we have here. There's a little. And that's number 4. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm ending the video after the 2 numbers because my dog sucks and my neighbors are horrifying people. I'll see you with 3 through 1 in 2 years. That's my dream, to make a bunch of like top 10 lists and never finish them.
Didn't you do that with the Sonic stuff?
What do you think I'm referencing?
Classic Simpsons?
I listed 20 Sonic games and then I barked like a dog and I left. People thought I was a dog.
That's how you want it to be left in this world?
I just went bark and then I fucking left the studio. They were like, who let the Schnauzer out? Who let Bowser out?
Reggie.
Doug Bowser comes. Did you see that Reggie ended a whole man's career the other day?
No.
Fucking, let me, where's my phone? Let me read you his fucking tweet. He fucking ended someone on Twitter.
Oh, the robot Chocobo found a girl Chocobo. Now they're gonna make more robot babies.
Yeah, they already got a leg up on Tree Pitch.
Literally a leg up.
Do you think they need to lift their legs up?
It's that when even his Chocobo found love and he can't.
Yeah.
The end, and that's it.
Someone posted. So the tweet is from an account that no longer exists.
That was depressing. No, not next!
No, stop it! Stop it! Stop it! This is 3 hours.
What the hell is this?
Then pause it. What's happening?
I did, but...
You can beat your meat to games, is what I'm assuming that says.
Like,
So-
what the hell happened?
so
why is autoplay on? Okay.
The tweet is from an account that no longer exists. And then he then posted what the image was before. He screen capped it and put it in the comments. It's someone looking at the Tears of the Kingdom. It says playing, and he says LOL. And then Reggie responded to it and said, I don't know what you want. What I do have are a very particular set of skills I have acquired over a very long career, skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. And the account's gone. It's gone. It's been scrubbed. He scrubbed someone. Can you believe it? Reggie scrubbed him down. Got him in his bare ass.
He scrubbed all the floors and I rolled.
He scrubbed him down and smacked his ass.
We're done.
You could beat your meat to games.